today we're at Combe Valley High School for the start of the Heights Ultra. I'm doing a 50k version of this. There's a 50 miler and there's a 10k and a couple of fun runs going.
After a kit check and a quick catch up with some friends, we're soon on our way with the sound of bagpipes in the background up the hill to a very misty Blackmorefoot reservoir and on to the Catchwater, which is a very flat part of the race, other than all the styles that we have to cross over to get across the road crossings. Trick here is to not go too quickly, just take it nice and easy, and then hopefully won't suffer too much later on.
So about 35 minutes in, that's a 5k check-in. Feeling pretty good, relaxed as things would be expected.
The terrain starts to get a little bit more varied in this next 5k or so, running up to the first checkpoint. We cross some farm tracks, through a little bit of light woodland, over the first river crossing of the route. Everybody's pretty relaxed, taking it easy, not pushing too hard. Well, in a group that I'm in and around anyway. I'm sure things are a lot more hectic nearer to the front of the pack.
So we're at 10k now, I think about 1 hour 20, a bit slower that second 5k, feeling perfectly relaxed, no aches or pains, as you'd expect after only 10k, just about to have a gel, and then next stop is the checkpoint.
This next section feels quite easy. It's a few little ups and downs, but it's mainly gently downhill moorland, really nice underfoot to get a move on, barring an occasional stream crossing. And you know, at the end of the big stretch, that's the first checkpoint comes up at Home Village.
Into the first checkpoint, 10 miles down I think. Although I don't think we've got to 15k's just before that. Whoa!
After spending a couple of minutes stuck in my face, there's a little bit of woodland to go through, past a pretty waterfall, and then we're out into the open again. The sun seems to have appeared in the meantime, which is very quickly annoying, going up these hot green lanes with the sun beating down on you. It's not ideal, although it does make the footage look a little bit less grim, I guess.
Very keen, feeling pretty good so far. No aches or pains, not feeling that tired really. About to have another gel, don't really need it after that checkpoint. I had a couple of sandwiches, a couple of bits of flapjack, Coke, orange, crisps, peanuts, some more flapjack, another sandwich. So yeah, let's see where we're getting, how we're getting on after 25k.
I really like this next section of the route. We pass through some pretty impressive forested areas, through a nice little woodland, and then out into some more, even more epic forest, and then even the road bit is not too bad. Soon out onto some open moorland. The sun is getting unbearably hot now. I've been sipping water pretty much constantly throughout and having salt tablets on the hour, so I think that contributed to me just continuing to feel okay. And then on the slog up towards Holmost transmitter, was probably my favourite part of the whole route, and some really awesome views across the valleys.
So we're halfway in now. 3 hours 29, so I guess it's going to be tight whether I get back for 7 hours or not. I think I'll probably just miss it. The next hour and a half or so is the tough bit for me from when I've done this before, but we'll give it a go anyway. The sun is, well, it's blasted away that early morning mist that we had. It's beating down now. Really nice. It's quite soft underfoot, so it's not too bad for running on, actually. Got into a nice rhythm of nice slow relaxed running on the flats and the downhills and walking on the uphills, and there's plenty of uphills. Look at this. Right, I'll be back at 30k-ish, I think.
Lots and lots of lovely moorland to cross as we continue heading towards Holmost summit. Going to a really nice rhythm along this section, just following in the footsteps really of Luke ahead of me. Really coasting through this bit, really pleasant and enjoyable. And then, having finally reached Holmost summit, the next section is the worst bit of the whole route for me. It's really tough, hard going moorland, really boggy all the way across here for at least 45 minutes or so. Just zigzagging left and right, constantly trying to avoid landing knee deep, thigh deep, waist deep in whatever these innocuous looking puddles end up at. I also managed to record about 40 minutes of footage from inside my pocket from here onwards to past the second checkpoint, using up all the storage on my camera, so mobile phone footage from now on.
Just come past 30k, 35k, I can't remember which, so on the final bit now, feeling pretty good. Can run okay. I think I filled up storage on my camera, unfortunately. But let's see how it goes now. So 40k down. Good chance of getting under 7 hours if I can get going, but there's it's constant uphills for the next half an hour or so. So, just time to recover a little bit. Not feeling too bad. Fingers crossed.
And then with about 10k to go, coming up to Deer Hill Reservoir, I met up with a friend from running club who'd been cheering on members of our club. I was the back of our members, so she ran with me back down to where her car was, and she's super cheery and uplifting, so that was really good timing, as I was starting to feel a bit tired about that.
Yeah.
So with my own happy little camera crew and gate opener, I soon had my spirits lifted and I got myself into the groove and the right mindset for the final little section. But not before catching up with another member of my club, so it was nice to have somebody to run that final couple of miles to the finish with.
Fantastic running, well done.
So that's the Heights 50k then. 1,200 metres of ascent, taking me 7 hours, 8 minutes and 55 seconds, a course and distance PB by a couple of minutes for me. So I've done this race 3 times and finished quicker each time. It was a little frustrating to miss out on going sub 7 hours, but I think by halfway, with the sun beating down, I taught myself out of raising the effort that would have been needed for that. Other than feeling really sick for 30 minutes or so after finishing, I actually felt surprisingly good. A few aches and pains, but nothing unexpected or worse than I'd had after my PB match in half marathon event last week. I did start to feel quite tired in the last couple of hours of the race, but was lifted by Jason and Lisa, who were sporting at Western Head, and then Louise, who chased me down from Deer Hill whilst offering mini cheddars to everyone she saw, and then covering that final 45 minutes or so with Chloe, who probably could have ran a bit quicker than I was capable of, was a really good pull along that final stretch towards the finish line. I wouldn't really ever advise or recommend anybody to go out and run a 50k or the 50 miler, that was also on offer. But if you are contemplating earning the right to call yourself an ultra runner, this is a really good one to jump into local to the Huddersfield area. A superb organisation throughout and a stunningly beautiful and challenging course. It's all wrapped up with a community event at the race HQ with an inflatable assault course, junior football matches, loads of stalls selling cake, fudge, cookies and the like, stone-fired pizzas and demos by the Home Valley Mountain Rescue team and lots more. Having done this 3 times, I might not do it again next year, but I'll definitely be along to support. That's the Heights Ultra 50k.